Now, two controversial bills are listed today in the Rajya Sabha. Let's get you details of what will be brought in. There will be, in fact, a discussion for a bill to provide for the constitution of the National Inspection and Investigation Committee for preparation of Uniform Civil Code and its implementation throughout India. This will be introduced by BJP Rajya Sabha MP from Rajasthan. And then you have another bill. In fact, there will be a move for leave to introduce a bill to repeal the Places of Worship Act of 1991, keeping in view all that's played out in the Gyan Vapi controversy. The left has already come out to say that they oppose both these bills, saying it's potentially inflammatory. But expect some heated debates on both these issues. One on Uniform Civil Code, the second on the Places of Worship Act that's been hugely talked about in light of the controversy over the Gyan Vapi Mosque in Uttar Pradesh. So two big talking points that will emerge in the Rajya Sabha. Repeal Places of Worship Act is one discussion that will be brought up. Implement Uniform Civil Code is the other. And already the left has said that both of these they oppose. They've referred to them as potentially inflammatory. So even as in Rajya Sabha, we've been seeing a lot of protests, a lot of ruckus, and in the Lok Sabha as well. Today you're going to be seeing two important issues being taken up, two bills that there will be a discussion on. In fact, in the Rajya Sabha, two MPs will bring up these issues. One on Uniform Civil Code and its implementation, seeking a discussion on it. This is not a bill that's being tabled. The second is to repeal the Places of Worship Act. Again, let me reiterate that there's going to be a discussion on this. It's not a bill that will be tabled. This is a notice to seek a discussion on the same. So this is in fact the latest update that's coming in on what's expected in Rajya Sabha. Aishwarya Paliwal is joining us with more details on this. Two contentious issues, Aishwarya, expected in the Rajya Sabha. The Uniform Civil Code, on which there's been so much talk on the government perhaps bringing it in, and the second on repealing the Places of Worship Act.
Well, let me tell you one of the things about UCC. We see that Uttarakhand has already formed a panel which is being headed by a retired Justice of Supreme Court. Ranjana Desai is the one who's heading the panel to look at UCC in Uttarakhand. So we are seeing different states doing their bit when it comes to UCC, and the other bill also is something which we can expect in the Rajya Sabha as well as in Lok Sabha. There will be a trickle-down effect. We are already seeing how the opposition parties have banded together and they have been asking the government to do a discussion on GST and on inflation. Now these two issues, these two bills, which are private bills, we can expect that the opposition might band together today and we might see some kind of an agitation from them, especially with regards to UCC. We have been seeing how different states are doing their bit, and we also understand that political parties are not in favor of the government going ahead and implementing UCC across the country. Akshita.
But explain to us, Aishwarya, what is the premise on which these two issues are being brought up? Are these bills being tabled by the government, or are these discussions that are being sought by these MPs in their personal capacity?
In the personal capacity, Akshita, these MPs, because these are private bills, they have been moved by these MPs. So in their personal capacity, they are doing so, but both of them are BJP MPs. So definitely it also points towards the fact that the government wants to kickstart discussions, and that's why they have been brought in the Rajya Sabha. The discussion will then pave way for further, for states and for other MPs also to give in their bit. So this could very well be the starting point for the government to kickstart a discussion on UCC. We have seen how there were protests, there were agitations by different communities, especially the Muslims of the country have been and are still very apprehensive of the UCC because they say they have their own Sharia law under which they are being governed. So those things will have to be kept in mind, but because both these MPs are from the Bharatiya Janata Party, it looks like this is the government's way of kick-starting the process, especially when it comes to UCC.
All right, we'll see what kind of a discussion is really brought up, what each political party has to say, because it will also give you a glimpse of how the government could go about this with regards to the Uniform Civil Code and also importantly repealing the Places of Worship Act at a time when we've been seeing this huge debate over what's been playing out at the Gyan Vapi Mosque. Thanks very much, Aishwarya, for joining us with all of those details.